All right, it's Netrunner here. We got a special guest here today, Hedonismbot, aka Mike, and he's my actual Retrunner opponent this week in the tournament. We're on table two. Somehow I've made it up the track a little bit. Last time Hedonismbot messed around and swept me, no problem. So I'm really hoping to at least get 1-1 today. But if not, then he's obviously the better player here, more than likely. So anyway, Mike, before we get started, is Hedonismbot your handle across the board, or do you have some other ones?
Yeah, generally, if it's available, that's what I go with. Uh, yeah, hedonism bots just kind of what I use.
What's this? Is there any story behind it?
I just, when I was younger, I really liked the show Futurama,
Yep.
and the idea of a robot built entirely for its own self enjoyment really made me laugh on a. It just seemed like such a funny contradiction, so it's kind of always stuck with me.
Yep, that's pretty good. Well, like I said, I'm just going to turn it over to you and let you tell your Netrunner story.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say. I was interested in the game early on. I heard about it through a site, a YouTube channel, and called "Shut Up and Sit Down" uh, back in the day, and so it seemed interesting, and I've always liked that kind of cyberpunk aesthetic. And I had never played any kind of competitive card game before, no Magic, no anything like that. But it seemed interesting, so I went out. I bought a core set, and it was right around the time of um, Order and Chaos came out, and I just looked that up. Apparently, it was somewhere around the end of 2014, something like that. I played a little bit. No one really in my immediate gaming group had as much interest in the game as me, so I ended up going to a few stores, playing there. It didn't really work for me then, and then I ended up moving, and there was a fair amount of life upheaval, and so I kind of let it slide for after that first attempt to get into it till pretty much till COVID. I when everything went down and I was kind of going a little bit stir crazy in the first few weeks of the pandemic. I was looking around and I started being interested again. It started with just like watching streams and games on YouTube. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should try and like try my hand at actually playing it again. And again, no one in my immediate circle was interested, so I tried to find some people on the internet. I went to the Netrunner subreddit, which pointed me to green level clearance, and they were great. Kind of onboarded me really quick. I played a few pickup games, and then joined the tournaments, and just have been playing that ever since.
So, how many games would you say you have under your belt?
That's a good question. How long's the pandemic been going on? Time is kind of a flat circle.
Probably around
Um,
Marchish.
yeah, so maybe what is that? About 6 months and maybe 2, 3 games a week. Um, so maybe 70, 80 games total.
Wow. Yep. You're looking pretty good from what I remember after 70 games, man. I'm sitting on.
I I think I got pretty lucky. We'll see. We'll see if you can exact some revenge.
Well, you found your way up to the top of the table here on this tournament too, so you've obviously been doing pretty good this time as well, huh?
Yeah, it's been lucky. I mean, mostly I've been net decking, trying to learn a few things. Um, I think with this particular cycle, I've got a more kind of standard runner deck, so I'm just trying to get used to all the different play styles and things like that. So I try to do something different every time um, the tournaments reset and learn something new. And sometimes, I come across something that's really strong and that's easy to play. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult, and or it just doesn't match my play style or whatever. And so I've been at the bottom. I've been at the top. It's yeah, it's been a bit of a learning experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can understand. I mean, I'm at 200 plus games, and I still feel incompetent at everything. What factions do you feel like you're leaning towards so far?
That's a good question. Yeah, I just thematically, I like anarchs, but I like the. I've been mostly playing anarch and shaper on the runner side. Um, Played some criminals. I don't know why. I just don't tend to gravitate towards those. But I've been trying to break into that a little bit more. And then uh, on the corp side, I I started out very Wayland. I was trying to focus a lot on like kill decks and things like that, and I liked it thematically. I was like, if I'm gonna play Netrunner, I'm gonna do something where the evil corporation is like blowing people up. But I've been having some fun stretching my wings, playing some HB Glacier, and now I'm trying like some Junteki, asset. I think they called it like whatever cup games or things like that.
Mm, yep. I know you're at 70 games. Do you have any kind of like goals for progression, or are you just pretty much good kind of playing in a casual manner on the Red Runner tournament?
Right now, I'm pretty good right where I am. I like that the people on green level clearance, the admins are doing a fantastic job there. Just like it, it works for my kind of just work habits and my current kind of existence to have like 1 or 2 games scheduled ahead of time a week. I don't think I'd be interested in joining one of these like all day tournaments without so having more free time and things like that. So
Yep, I can definitely understand that. So, is there any other formats you're doing, or is it pretty much just the kind of core through Data and Destiny format there?
yeah, I'm pretty much just playing Retrunner and modded.
Okay.
That's basically it. I tried to play some core experience when I was getting started, but modded. There's a lot more players and availability for modded, so I just jumped in on that. And then Retrunner has been really fantastic because I missed out on all the meta, so it's like playing it on fast forward. So it's fun. I get to play all sorts of different
Yep.
things.
I feel the exact same way. I mean, I've pretty much been doing the same thing, the Ret Runner and modded. I'm doing the jump start right now over on STEM Hack Slack as well. But I definitely want to. I just want to experience that, that original meta, and like you said, they're doing a great job of offering that over on green level clearance. Are you
Yeah.
are you interested in any of the new gateway releases from Nisi coming out probably at the end of the year, early next year? Is that going to be a jump off point to kind of play that a little bit, or are you still kind of just sticking towards playing the modded and Ret Runner?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably go if that's where the kind of this level of casual organized play that I seem to have fallen into goes. So if there's some kind of equivalent of modded that they're running, I just like playing the game.
Hmm.
That's kind of why I got into it. So I'll wherever there's friendly people who can like play kind of this kind of level of the game that where I'm not feeling like I'm getting stomped by people who and also I don't want to be in the way of people who are like really genuinely competitive. But yeah, if that's where people are playing, I'm happy to to go with that.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically the same person, right? I mean, no, but I have recently in the past couple of weeks myself kind of decided I want to go a little further, with it and try and see how far I can get. But it's definitely I'm looking at the time investment and starting to learn about what it takes, and I'm like, man, this is rough. So I might be on the slow track to get there, but I don't foresee myself quitting the Retrunner and modded for a while because it's just fantastic and get I just want to experience like I said the original game there. So what about so far? What do you think your biggest strengths and weaknesses are in Netrunner?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think I saw a lot of advice early on about early like new players who run like especially on the runner side don't aren't aggressive enough. And one of my earliest decks where I was really trying to get a handle on the game was a tag me deck, and so I think um, I I enjoy that kind of fast, aggressive play. So I guess that would be a strength. The corp side, I'm still trying to figure out. I lean towards the building up ice, but I just really like traps. I don't know if I'm good at them, but I like them. So those are the decks I tend to play.
I know exactly what you're talking about for sure. What so I take it since you found out about it through Shut Up and Sit Down that you might have a history in board gaming.
Yeah, definitely.
What's some of your what's your top 2 3 games?
Ooh, that's a good question. Really depends on the audience. Let's see. Um, Terra Mystica, I've had a lot of fun with. That's just like kind of the crunchy, strategy game. Something that's a little bit lighter, or like I've played a ton of Seven Wonders. That's just like a fantastic pickup game. Once everybody knows how to play it, you can do it really quickly and just play between other games. And then one of the ones that I've really had a good time with me and my wife play is um, the Sherlock Consulting Detective Agency. It's like a mystery puzzle solving game, and just kind of unique amongst things. It's cooperative and just interesting.
Yep. I've played the latter two. I had Terra Mystica, but I ended up trading it before I got it. I was in the middle of a big coal of my collection, kind of bringing it down in number. Uh, but
Oh yeah,
but Detective, that's a very interesting game. Like you said, it's a lot of reading though, for sure.
yep, yeah. So I enjoy it as kind of like a group exercise where you can kind of dig in and yeah.
For sure. Yeah, well, that's awesome. I mean, I'm glad to know that you were able to find something to get into, and it's definitely one of Gentechi's definitely easy to get in and play a 30-minute game, and walk away from it. So glad you found something to do during the pandemic, and look forward to many more meetings with you in the future on Retrunner and modded. So anything
Yeah.
else? Anything else you want to tell the people out here about yourself or about Netrunner?
No, other than I actually found getting into it during pandemic was a little bit easier. Uh, Jinteki automates some of the stuff that I was stumbling on as like in my very first games. Things like just remembering to take your credits every turn, or like automatic triggers for something like um, Visage is just it's really nice to. I found I could learn faster online because I wasn't constantly trying to remember just how to run the basic steps of the game.
Right.
So that was just I was surprised to find that, but yeah.
Absolutely. It's definitely, you can put more brain power towards strategy and tactics whenever, it's doing the math for you and a lot of stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, all right. I really do appreciate your time and your willingness to come on here. And, I mean, that's what we're looking for, is to like put a name to a handle, and put an experience. People can know you when they see you out there. And like I said, I really appreciate it. And we're going to get into our tournament games now.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. I'll see you in a minute.
See ya.